All right, welcome everybody. Excited for our special guest today to spend a little time with Chris Harris and explore why she made the switch to EXP and a little bit about her business and yeah, just spend some time together. If you are, do me a huge favor, if you are watching on Facebook, hit the like or the heart button and even comment below to let us know that you're here and you're excited as well. If you're watching on YouTube, do me a big favor. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified of new live sessions like these and the training sessions that I do frequently. And if you're watching on LinkedIn, hit the like button or maybe the celebrate button, that clap emoji. So today we're spending some time with Chris Harris. Chris is a real estate agent who is dual licensed in Cincinnati and Ohio, but also has a license in Kentucky. She's been in the industry for 20, is it nearly 20 or 20 years exactly, or pretty?
Little more.
Okay, a little more than 20 years, which is
between 20
great.
and 21.
Yeah. And she's got some other cool things, and in particular, a great organization that she's a part of that we'll spend some time unpacking as well. Why don't we start by letting people know, just a little bit about yourself, where I mentioned a little bit the areas, but maybe clarify the areas that you serve in case anybody has any referrals, and then we can dive into some other questions and topics as well.
Sure. Well, happy to be here. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. I live about 5 miles from downtown. So very conveniently located. And for those of you who don't really know our geography, we are on a river. So I can probably get to Kentucky sooner than some of our outlying suburbs. But,
yeah.
I would say in general, I serve, maybe a 20-mile radius. I mean, that just tends to be where most of my business is.
Mm-hmm.
But over the years, I've gone as far north as Dayton and as far south as Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep.
So it's big fun, as they say down there in Kentucky.
Right on. And Chris is part of our Home Boss group, so she's got some unique value propositions she's able to offer. So if you've got referrals in that general geographic area, certainly send them her way. You can find her on social media very easily. Just Google her or reach out to me and we can get you connected. So you are you're part of a pretty great organization there locally, Seniors Helping Seniors. Maybe talk a little bit about that.
Oh dear. You actually read my stuff.
I did. Of course I did.
Yeah. Well, okay. The short version of Chris Harris. So I grew up in a big family. I was the eldest of 6 children, very blessed with loving mom and dad. And I actually both of them unfortunately are gone at this point. And my mom passed away about 10 years ago. And she actually came to live with me for the last 10 years of her life. So, how great was that, to hang out with your mom. And, I kind of got to watch that progression, from 78 to 88. And when she passed away, of course, I missed her, but I have a soft spot for the elderly. And they crack me up, there's no filter.
Yeah.
You ask them how they are and gosh darn it, they're going to tell you. But, I just became that walk, for however many years we have at the end, just made an impact on me. And
Sure.
After my mom passed away, I thought, I'll go volunteer at a nursing home or something like that, because there are a lot of, unfortunately, lonely people, elderly, are all alone, and they've lost their spouse, they've lost their friends, and it can be sad. So I was kind of pulled in that direction, and I became aware of a franchise opportunity, basically called Seniors Helping Seniors. And the concept really resonated with me because it was a way of connecting what I like to call the junior seniors, people maybe 50s, 60s, typically retired from something else, who don't want to work full time, but they want to do something meaningful.
Sure.
Connecting them with older folks, typically in their 80s and 90s, for some companionship and light housekeeping, and just to make their life at home, as rich as it can be.
Yeah, sure.
So I not only volunteered at a nursing home, I ponied up and bought a franchise. So
yeah.
So I own the Hamilton County, Ohio franchise for Seniors Helping Seniors, and it's been a very rewarding thing. I expected to find meeting the seniors who need our help rewarding, but oh my God, let me tell you, the community of employees that I've met over the years. I mean, there are people that are doing this work not to get rich. We like to say we're looking for people with the heart of a volunteer who don't mind getting paid. Yeah. So anyway, it's been very rewarding. And if I can segue from that.
Yeah, please do.
I sort of wondered going into this how I was going to juggle my real estate business, which was really my first love.
Yeah.
And this. And I sort of thought, oh, maybe I'm going to have to make a choice here at some point. And what I discovered is that it's a very symbiotic relationship. We get to care for people that, are near and dear to my heart. And when they don't need us anymore, there is typically a real estate opportunity. They're either going into a nursing home or they pass away.
Yeah.
And I have gotten numerous listings with families that got to know me from my other business.
The thing that strikes me with that, though, is that wasn't the reason why you did it.
Oh no.
Right. I think sometimes, at least I've been guilty of this, of you think of, whether it be a volunteer opportunity or something like that, you're like, how will this benefit my real estate business, right? How can I turn this into more business? That's not what that wasn't the impetus there. That was, there was a reason why you were doing it way beyond that. It just so happens that it creates opportunities for you, right? Like for me, I'm involved with a lot of youth sports organizations because of my kids. I love doing that. It creates real estate opportunities for me, but I don't do it because of that. It's just a nice little side benefit that arises.
Yeah.
So to segue off of your segue, that's sort of one way or one source of business for you. But I know that people watching these are typically pretty curious. What are your top couple sources of business that keep transactions and clients coming your way? What do those look like? And yeah, let's explore that a little.
Over the years, I've tried various paid lead, almost you name it kind of thing.
Sure.
And never have found those to, be productive, worth the money. The return wasn't there.
Yeah.
And, to be honest, I'm not even sure I got much enjoyment out of that type of a business model. So for me, it's really all SOI, repeat and referral. Of course, it didn't start out that way. I started, with Caldwell Banker, and back when we had phone time, the new agents had to be on the phone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got my first buyer was a walk-in that bought a nice place in Mount Adams for $400 and something thousand, and he took a chance on. He got to kick it. This is your first sale, and I'm like, yes. And my first listing was a FSBO. you know, just knocked on the door. I said, oh, that's a pretty house near where I live. And so anyway, but, ooh, my phone, sorry.
No problem. These aren't super formal.
So what was I going to say? Yeah, and I've been fortunate. We have local employers. Kroger is a big one, and Procter and Gamble. And I've been fortunate over the years to help some of their relocating folks inbound and outbound, and then they refer me to their coworkers and whatnot. So it's just about, you know, trying to stay connected. Yeah. And it's been fun. I can't believe it's been 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on. So I guess next thing I would ask you is, for someone who might be EXP curious, or even curious about our specific organization within EXP, maybe talk about what led you to make a switch, and maybe the thought process behind that, and what you would tell someone who might be curious or interested.
Yeah, sure. Well, as I said, I was, you know, reasonably happy with my sphere of influence business. What I had never really decoded was, as we say, getting more people into the funnel. You know, getting more. I mean, I like to think I'm pretty good when I get face to face with folks.
Sure.
But the trick is just getting more people to talk to.
Yeah.
To grow your business. And enter Josh .schoenly. You know, Josh, I don't know when you started doing your thing online, but I think I've known you and subscribed to your various programs for, I want to say 5 years or so.
Sure. Yeah.
And so that was the, you know, what you and our organization provide are effective and innovative ways to get to talk to more people about real estate.
Yeah.
In a non and in a way that we add value. You know, we really do. You know, it's like we differentiate ourselves. You know, it's not the let me list your house. I'm going to put a sign in the yard and put it in MLS and I'll do an open house. You know, we have so many options. And when I first started exploring this, because truth be told, I was totally happy where I was.
Yeah. I remember our first conversation.
Great office, very successful agents, great manager. I was perfectly happy and comfy. But there was something in my brain about, I want to learn, I want to get this. You know, I want to be able to talk to more people. And so we started, you know, our conversation. And there's 4 things to me that our group offers in every meeting, any of our get-togethers. And there are 4 things that are very sort of important to me. Qualities, you might say, or but it's mindset, skill set, innovation, and collaboration. Those 4 things run throughout everything that we do together. You know,
that was so good. I'm writing it down. I'm literally writing it down right now.
Oh, go ahead.
That's wonderful.
Go ahead.
That is a great way to, I think that's a wonderful way to summarize what we're about. Absolutely.
But wouldn't you say our huddles? I mean, we always start with a mindset thing. Skill set, you know, we dive into whatever the tool of the day is.
Yep.
There's always innovation. We are ahead. We are disruptors in this industry.
Yep.
And the collaboration is amazing. Yeah. You know, I think because our group has people all over the country, from East Coast to West Coast. We're in at least 3 different time zones. And it's 4. It's just, I'm always impressed. There's always smarter people in the room than me on something, and I always learn something. And I think because we're not like all tripping over each other in the same market, the sharing is a little bit more generous.
Yeah, but I would say also part of that is a function of our model, because I'm growing locally, and I'm more willing to be an open book locally than I had been, in my previous, with my previous brokerages and so forth, because there really is a true reward for the collaboration
Right.
and being everybody working together to all help each other win, because there's a financial incentive to it. Now, that shouldn't be solely it, but it's certainly nice that there is that financial incentive behind that. Mindset, skill set, innovation, and collaboration. I love that. Chris mentioned that that's sort of the four pillars or qualities that shine through on our huddles, which is one of the things that we do in my group to create a sense of culture and community and so forth. And we do those Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And if you would be interested in attending one of those, we would be more than welcome to have you as a guest. You can reach out to Chris or I, and we'd be happy to send you the link. You can come to one, or you can come to as many as you like, just to see what that looks like practically, what this mindset, skill set, innovation, and collaboration, what that looks and feels like. If you'd like to have a conversation with Chris or I about EXP, our model, and the additional resources, systems, tools, coaches, and mentors that you would be able to tap into within our organization, we'd be happy to do that. Reach out. I hope you would know and understand from this little session here that there won't be any hard selling. We're not going to try and strong arm you into joining our organization and our group. We'll provide you with the information so you can make an informed decision for what's right for you. Chris and I had several conversations, and then when the time was right, she came on board. It wasn't about me trying to push her, right? It was me just pulling her along and being there and ready, willing, and able to help when she was ready. Which, by the way, is also the way we do real estate business. It's how we increase our production. It's never about trying to push the prospect into buying or selling a house on our time frame. It's about providing service and information and value. Chris had mentioned, leading with value, so that we're pulling them along and attracting them to us. And when their motivation hits the tipping point, we're the natural selection for them. We're the they've already made a decision that they're going to work with us. It's just a matter of when and how. So, Chris, thanks so much for spending some time on a Friday and for sharing your story and for all that you do in your community and the value you bring to the organization. And I look forward to, I won't be having a glass of wine, but I'll cheers you with my beer and your glass of wine the next time we're live in person.
Okay.
So, again, reach out if you're curious and would like more information, and hopefully one of us or both of us will see you real soon.